What's up, guys and gals? It's your boy chilling with Q10. We back at it again. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday today. And look, I'm gonna get right into it. Just want to make a quick video. Hopefully, it's quick this time. You know, my quick videos usually run close to an hour when I say quick, but we'll try to make this one quick. So I went to the theaters yesterday and finally watched Joker. And for y'all who don't know, there's a new movie out with pretty much in my opinion, it's an origin story of the supervillain in the Batman comics, the Joker. And since it came out, there's been a big media backlash, especially from the liberal far left media, who they don't want this movie to be shown, first of all, and they don't want people to see it. But I know, in my opinion, again, when the left says that you shouldn't see something, it's probably going to be good. And when they say that you should see something, it's probably going to be terrible. So, you know, just some word of advice, you know. But I had to see exactly what the whole fuss was about. As far as them coming out saying that the movie would entice violence, you know, incel, quote unquote, you know, calling wanting to bring out people's darker side, I guess, to commit mass murder, whatever, you know. And then, you know, of course, they were talking about the theater shooting. Was it Colorado, I think, when the Dark Knight had premiered or whatever. Not anyway. So, you know, they started touting all that and using scare tactics to not see this video. So I was wondering why. What was the fuss about? Why? And then they were saying it was violent. It was so violent that people were walking out the theaters and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I got to go see for myself, you know. So I went and I watched it. And so this is my take. This is my opinion on the Joker movie. It was a great movie. And at the same time, it wasn't. Okay, so let me explain. As an origin story of the Joker pertaining to the DC Comics Batman, it was a fantastic movie. It dealt, and I'm trying to make this as spoiler free as I can, but if I slip up and say something, so I'm just letting you know now. I'm not going to give out details, but if you haven't seen it yet. For an origin story, for Batman, Joker, it's great. Joaquin Phoenix did a excellent job, and his transformation, I mean, into this role it's not on par with Heath Ledger, because Heath Ledger was playing a different Joker. Heath Ledger was playing a Joker that pretty much had the supervillain IQ, I should say, as far as you know, being tactile and how to deal with Batman and stuff like that. Joaquin Phoenix's character is just starting out, just starting to figure out, starting to embrace, I guess you should say, the darker side of humanity. So it's hard to compare both, saying like, you know, Joaquin Phoenix's character was better than Heath Ledger's. They're both real. They're both great in their own set. Like for what Heath Ledger did in The Dark Knight, and then what Joaquin Phoenix did in the Joker movie. It's hard to compare them. So they're both great. Both great. Well, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix did an excellent job in this movie. His acting and everything was great. The laugh, you know, it's just, if you haven't seen it yet, I would recommend go out and seeing it. Now let me get down to what the left media is spewing out. Okay, so there is an article from CNN. He's a CNN contributor, Mr. Jeff Yang. So pretty much his take on the whole Joker movie was that, let's read it. While many reviewers have focused on Fleck as an incel hero, his status as a sexless loner who turns to violence, the true nature of the movie's appeal is actually broader. It's an insidious validation. Now, this is his whole take on the Joker movie. It's an insidious validation of the white male resentment that helped bring President Donald Trump to power. Wow. He's taking everything that the movie is about. And I don't even know if this guy even follows the DC Comics or Batman or whatever, you know. But he's taking this whole movie and saying that it's just a white male supremacist resentment. And because of that, that's what brought President Donald Trump to power. And that's what this movie's about. Really. First off, it's not what it's about. Second off, what they were touting as violence, there was more violence per minute within John Wick 3. You know, within the first 30 minutes, there was more violence in John Wick 3 than there was in the whole 2 hours of Joker. There it is. More violence in John Wick 3 within the first 30 minutes than there is in the Joker movie. But the media spin and said that it was just so violent you shouldn't watch this movie because of the violence in it. What about John Wick 3? What about the Dark Knight Rising? There was more violence in that, really, than in the whole Joker movie. So, my thing is, I see the movie as it kind of represents, in my opinion, of course, it represents almost the beginnings. I'm talking about right now in reality, you know, not in the Gotham City or within the DC Comics, but it kind of touches on the rising of Antifa, the Black Lives Matter movement, and all these other movements that are quote unquote tired of the white male or just white supremacist mentality that is ruling everything, and they're tired of the rich, and they are going to bring it down through civil disobedience, which is a lot of leftist type stuff. So Antifa and all these other groups are lean pretty much far left, okay? But also, the movie brings out a lot of things that I don't think the left really like, because it probably see it maybe in themselves, and then they don't want to acknowledge it. So, and I've seen a lot of reviews saying, you know, I mean, not reviews, but people saying the movie is kind of like a mirror, and it's just showing the left who's crying about it who they truly are, which is, in one point, is true, but it's not really just for the left. It's actually a mirror for all of mankind. I mean, it brings out a lot of social points and stuff like that, like bullying and just, you know, people not loving their brother as themselves. It brings out the worst in humanity, and it shows us the darker side of humanity. You know, not the loving side, not the love your brother as yourself. You know, it's just, it's sad too. And that's what makes it a great movie, really. It touches a lot on mental illness too. It brings that to the forefront of people who have, you know, suffer with a mental illness, and it brings a lot to the forefront of how they go about day by day, and you know, just the hopelessness that they feel sometimes, and how we should be more, you know, sympathetic to people who have mental illnesses. And trying to understand, and not being callous, you know. So it's good that it brings that out also, but everything that the left is saying about this movie is totally wrong. It's totally wrong. As you can see, no violence, no nothing. It won many awards. The top grossing movie of October. I mean, what more can you say? It's a great movie. On the other hand, it's not a great movie if you like action-packed movies that move along at a quicker pace. This is not the movie. If you if you fall asleep easy in the theater, this is not the movie to go see, because this movie unfolds slowly. You know, within the first hour and a half, it just slowly unfolding. So for that, if you want to see the movie, just be aware that it's not fast action pace like the other Batman movies. This movie is actually going to unfold at a slower pace, and it may not like it. So that's why I say it's a great movie, but it's not a great movie, because it depends on what type of movies you like. But as far as the plot, as far as the characters, and the banter back and forth between the characters, and the tension and everything in this movie was great. It was a great movie. It brought a lot to the forefront of just humanity in itself. And this is my opinion, of course, that instead of turning towards the darkness, of course, we should turn towards the light. And who is the light? That's Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus. That's who we should be turning to when we face these struggles. That's just my opinion. Not everybody's going to see it that way, but that's how I tend to see life, which is, living by the word, the scriptures, and turning towards the light instead of embracing the darkness. So, Mr. Jeff Yang on CNN, he got it wrong. He was just, I don't understand why you're gonna just pull this movie and say that it was a white supremacist movie, just white supremacist, what he said, white male resentment that brought forth Donald Trump. I was like, how you gonna tie this movie to Donald Trump? Come on, man. You want to tie everything to Donald Trump? Come on. No. Jeez, man. And this is the idiocy from the far left. This is what we get. This is not journalism. This is hogwash. This is hogwash. Of course, that's his opinion. He's entitled to it. Fair game. Okay, I get it. But I'm entitled to our own opinion. Too. And it's hogwash. Hogwash. So, go and see it. Go and see it. Judge for yourself. And we'll just go ahead and leave it at that. I said I was gonna make a short video today. Okay, make sure. I just want to touch on a few more things. Just a few more things. Let's see what we got here. Kellogg. Yeah, here we go. Kellogg teams with Glad for anti-bullying campaign with an all-together cereal. So this is supposed to be anti-bullying campaign, but they just go ahead and create a cereal, an all-inclusive cereal. Let's see. Breakfast cereal giant Kellogg's is teaming with the advocacy group Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, which is GLAD. I'm surprised they don't have a T in there for transgender. Gay and lesbian, transgender. So it'd be like GLAD. It doesn't work. So that's why they kept them out. So they're donating to the GLAD for anti-bullying campaign featuring an altogether inclusive cereal for bringing many of its famous cartoon characters onto one box front. So from the looks of it, I don't know. It looks like you got Fruity Pebbles, Frosted Flakes, maybe some Rice Krispies, and you're gonna have some wheat. The wheat, is that the frosted wheat things? Regular corn flakes, Raisin Bran. It just looks like if this is a cereal, it looks like a pretty disgusting cereal. I mean, who's gonna eat this? Trying to make a gay cereal, it just looks disgusting. Not everybody's gonna want Raisin Bran mixed with their Frosted Flakes. It's retarded. And this is the stuff that these companies jump on the bandwagon like that. And like I've said before, the people who cry intolerance, the people that cry tolerance the most, that they want people to tolerate them, of course, are the most intolerant people. Because what if I wanted a cereal with Bible scriptures in it or something, or crosses, whatever. Let's just go there. Okay? What if I want some type of Bible cereal? Is Kellogg gonna do that? No. Anything that has to do with scripture or the Most High, Christianity, if you want to put it that way, They don't want to have nothing to do with it. But if it's the gay community, fine. It's fine. This is what I'm getting at. Those who cry tolerance are the most intolerant of them all. Are people gonna like I said before, people don't have to like you. People don't have to accept you. And you can't make people accept you. That's just life. But it seems in our culture today that we cannot say anything bad about the gay community, transgender community, any of that. Which is sad. And it's hypocrisy. Because they can spew as much hate, and they do, towards the Christian community, but say anything bad about them, not just bad, but just say anything about them, and voicing your opinion, and they go ape, finish it off. So this is just another way to appease the gay community. Creating an all-together, all-inclusive cereal that looks like total garbage. And giving kids onset childhood diabetes at the same time. Congratulations, Kellogg. You are the idiot of the month. Maybe not, but I could go into another whole thing about Donald Trump or what's going on with him, but that would take at least a week just to get down to it. Of course, they still trying to impeach him. Now, he was trying to have a summit, the G7 summit at one of his places, but they got riled up about that, and he canceled. So anyway, it's just any little twist and turn that Trump's going to do, the left's going to just come after him. It seems that's what the taxpayer dollar is doing right now. It's just funding them going after Trump. I'm not really doing anything. I don't see anything else being done. That's all you see in the media, because that's what gives the media the ratings. I mean, Trump has been one of the best presidents for the far left and Fox News. I mean, can't forget that for ratings and in general. Before that, they were pretty much just a dying dinosaur media, and that was with Obama. Nobody was even watching. So, we'll leave it at that. That's my take on it. As far as the Joker movie, go ahead and get out there and see it for yourself. But let me know if you have seen it. Leave me a comment below saying, what did you think about it? What are your take on it? What's your opinions about it? If you haven't seen it, go out and see it. Get back with me. Leave a comment below. And so stay tuned. We're gonna have another PC build coming. It's gonna be pretty stellar PC build. I'll post something later on the Facebook channel. Go ahead and check it out about the PC build. Just a little snippet. So it's your boy chilling with Q10. All right, Facebook, YouTube, all those other social medias. Peace out.
If you like what you just saw, consider hitting that subscribe button for more great content.